Welcome back to the Blue Collar Boxing Podcast. I am Luke from Biloxi. Hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, and give me a follow on @BlueCollarBoxing on X. Welcome to my official preview and prediction of Kubrat Pulev defending his WBA regular title against Murat Gassiev in Dubai Friday, December 12th. Now, you may be asking yourself, why am I previewing a regular WBA title fight? And that's a great question. I understand why you would ask it, especially given my recent rant on the ridiculousness that's going on in the WBC. But truth of the matter is, two guys in the last 18 months or so have been elevated to full heavyweight champion title status. And that is as a result of Alexander Usyk either being stripped or vacating his belts. Daniel Dubois was able to win the IBF interim heavyweight championship, and Usyk decided to vacate or whatever happened there. So Dubois was elevated to full IBF heavyweight champion, was able to defend the belt one time against Anthony Joshua, and then subsequently lose it in his rematch to Alexander Usyk. Nevertheless, he can claim that he was the IBF heavyweight champion of the world. Similar situation with the WBO and Fabio Wardley. He won the WBO interim championship from Joseph Parker, and then Usyk decided not to defend. Fabio was elevated. So the reason I'm covering this fight is it's likely, although probably not fully, 100% going to happen, that the winner of this fight could be elevated to full WBA super duper heavyweight champion of the world. And, the belts matter. This era of interim titles and regular titles has led to some people becoming full champion, and it's good for them financially. I mean, look at what Mario Barrios has been able to do. He was the WBC interim champion. He got a freaking Pacquiao fight, survived that. Now he's getting a Ryan Garcia title fight. So of course these guys are going to fight for these belts and contest them. There's so many belts, so many mandatory, so many interim belts that undisputed champions can't simply defend them all. It's just not possible. Nevertheless, Kubrat Pulev, he won the WBA regular title from Mahmoud Char almost exactly a year ago, 12/7 of 2024. The WBA regular belt has been caught up in litigation for, since back when Frezo Kendo was suing the WBA. And the stuff that happened with Lucas Brown and Shagayev. I mean, this goes back forever. And so after Daniel Dubois lost to Usyk in the first fight, that he was the WBA regular champion, the WBA just decided to go ahead and declare Mahmoud Char, or sometimes known as Manuel Char, WBA regular champion. And he fought Kubrat Pulev, who won the belt. Rather than pay Char whatever they might have to pay him through litigation, they just gave him the belt. So it is what it is. Pulev is coming in at 44 years old. He is, 32-0, only 14 knockouts, and he has 3 losses. He's most famous for being knocked out by Vladimir Klitschko in what many called the knockout of the year in 2015, and he also challenged Anthony Joshua for the Unified Heavyweight Championship and was knocked out in the 9th round. And then he would go on a few years after that to drop a split decision to Derek Chisora. That was a fight I thought could probably go either way, but maybe got a little bit of home cooking there where Chisora won the fight in the UK. Pulev did fight twice in 2024. Sort of minimal opposition. Mahmoud Char in there, who is, in his 40s as well. Gassiev is more known as a cruiserweight. He was a unified cruiserweight champion at one point. He did have a fight with Alexander Usyk back in 2018 where he dropped a unanimous decision. I mean, he probably lost 10, 11 rounds of that fight. Although, didn't get knocked out, which, given what Usyk has been able to do in fights since then, is pretty impressive. Gassiev is much younger. He's 32. He has 25 knockouts, most of those coming in the cruiserweight division, and 2 losses. His most recent loss was back in 2023, a split decision against Otto Wallin. Kind of a boring fight. Since then, he's fought twice, and he fought as recently as August against a heavyweight named Jeremiah Milton down in Miami, who was 11-1, club fighter, journeyman type fighter. So Not a lot here, not a lot to really look at and be able to pick a winner. I think you've got to go with age, the 12-year age gap. Uh, I recently watched Pulev Char again. It was a fun heavyweight contest, but it was really a function of the fact that both of these guys were old, their legs were gone, so they were standing in front of each other the whole time. Gassiev on most sports books is about a 3-1 favorite. You're going to get like minus 330 on him, around plus 260 for Pulev. These are money line bets. I expect Gassiev to have a little bit more in the tank. I think he's settled into heavyweight. I don't know that he stops Pulev unless Pulev just gets tired, which could happen at 44 and coming off a year layoff. I don't know what kind of shape he's in, but Gassiev has the younger legs, been in less wars, and is faster. And at this age, speed kills. Speed's going to kill an older heavyweight. I mean, good Lord, 44. I hate to even make this analogy, but George Foreman was 45 when he won the heavyweight championship. There's a world that exists where Pulev could be elevated to WBA super heavyweight champion and compete for that kind of record. It's so silly to even talk like that and make that comparison. But I guarantee you if it happens, the promoters will. So that's why I have to say it here first. So for my official prediction, I am predicting Murat Gassiev to win by unanimous decision. Maybe throw a little bit on a late stoppage because I could see Pulev running out of gas or getting cut, something like that. But Gassiev just has more in the tank, and he's done better against better opposition in the past. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoy the fight. It is available on DAZN in the United States. I'll be watching and hopefully scoring the fight live on my X account. So give me a follow. Take care. I'll see you on the next one.